I'm sorry.
With all this sex talk, though, another point I wanted to discuss was people now are finding the movie American Pie offensive.
Yes.
I get it though.
Dustin gets it.
I
disagree.
I explain why. No. It's not necessarily so much the movie, but there's a particular scene where something happened, which in today's
Nadia.
Yeah, so Nadia, when
Shout
she's in the
outs
room,
to Nadia.
she gets filmed unknowingly, and it accidentally got emailed to the entire school. If she was 17 years old, that would actually be considered child pornography, and those kids would get in a lot of shit for that.
17-year-old, got big titties like that. That's obviously fake. Like, she's not really, I get what you're saying.
But you're saying, and you're
but
saying
the thing is, like, is it
enough
child
where it's
pornography though? If you have a girl the same age as yours, tit pics. Like,
yeah,
man.
but it's child pornography. You're sending it out to random people.
There's 15-year-olds.
It technically
in
is,
the movie,
but these things are not prosecuted in the real world.
In the movie, the only
13-year-old kids are sending them to other 13-year-old kids.
Blink 182 are the only ones that are in possession of child porn, though. They're the only adults watching it.
No. All the other.
Everyone else is their age.
It doesn't matter.
Else is their age.
No. It doesn't
Blink
matter.
182 are sitting there like, 17-year-old, take that off. Like they're crazy with their monkey.
It doesn't matter if you're 15 years old and you got caught with a hard drive full of pictures of girls under the age of 18. You would still get charged with being in possession.
Even if you're
of
18?
Yes.
And they were sent willingly.
Yes.
So all these kids. So unless you're 18, you got to get off Snapchat. So you got to get off Snapchat.
No, dude. The law is the most illegal, fucking vicious shit in the world, and the law sets fucking rapists free every goddamn day. And only 2% of actual abusers are even taken to court in the first place. So all these things are true. There's these laws on paper about the age and all this stuff, but the actual kids aren't getting arrested for it.
There's a few who've got...
Man, if a girl sent me a tit pic and then I got arrested for that shit, that's crazy.
There was a guy who got pictures from a girl, and I think he was 17.
15 or something like that.
Girls don't look their age, though. These girls, they don't look like they're 17 anymore. They look older. And it's the hardest. You have to ask these girls for ID. Let me tell you right now, my brother got screwed over one time with this girl a long time ago. He met her at a bar. Automatically, when you meet a girl at a bar, you automatically think that she is of age.
Hear that, fellas?
Okay? She was not. She got pregnant.
Oh, shit.
My brother, he could have gone to jail for a long time. But she played it like, oh, if you don't listen to me, do what I say, do this and that, blah, blah, I'm going to fucking call the police on you and put you away.
That's crazy.
This is some crazy girl shit. But there's also these teenage girls in high schools nowadays that I've heard a story about last year that were taking pictures of their titties and trying to sell them. So that way they can get some money for whatever, iPhones, whatever, like, all that nonsense. Wow. So even still... It's not
Kids
even
are crazy.
Yo,
now.
they are. Don't think they're so sad.
Yeah.
They're not as innocent. People, you don't understand.
I mean, I was doing wild shit when I was 18.
Man, I
but
can't even think.
How many of those girls go to clubs?
I mean,
15, 16 years old. They go to
yes, the all ages clubs, and they wear like these outfits.
They go to 19+ clubs.
Yeah, and they can get away with it too because they either have fake ID or they, slip some money to the bouncers. And I know this because I did security in House Village years ago.
Yeah.
These girls are just, you don't look your age.
No, but that's
you're just acting a certain way.
That's a little bit of issue. But also, I think part of the problem with the movie was the fact that the girl was filmed unknowingly, which in itself
is wrong. Period.
As well, another movie that I remember is 16 Candles. Let me say it again. Okay. With 16 Candles, we're in the movie. Dude decides, you know what, I don't want to be with this girl who's like the hottest girl in school. He wants to go for, the other girl who kind of likes him. And he throws a big house party. His girl gets massively drunk. He puts her in a car, gives the keys to some random dude and says, yo, go have fun with her. Dude takes the girl, brings her to like his boy's house where he's supposed to be sleeping over. They take pictures on the Polaroids or whatever, and then takes her off to a parking lot, has his way with the girl, and the next day the girl wakes up like, oh, I think we might have had fun last night or whatever. But regardless, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that shit is hella wrong.
That's hella wrong. Tupac went to jail.
But was it
over some bullshit?
The thing is,
like he just went to sleep in the other room and did something right.
The thing is, though, was it ever right, though? Like, we act like
because
things were PC now.
But
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, even in these movies, like, is this normalized behavior? Like,
it kind of was back then.
Is it, though? Back then, when you watch the movie, weren't you kind of like, that's kind of fucked up?
Yeah.
Like, the first time Matthew McConaughey said, the thing I love about these high school girls, the first time I heard that, I'm like, this guy's motherfucking wild.
Very creepy.
Like, I wasn't like, oh, yeah. Go
But
McConaughey.
you know what?
Like,
Does anybody remember in the movie that he specifically sent the email to his friends and it accidentally got sent to the
Yes,
entire
it did.
school?
Yes.
So it wasn't
did.
intentionally like, oh, I'm gonna send this
But even
secret video
still-
cam just to everybody. He just sent it to like his specific
But
friends.
even still doing that though
It is
Yes,
still, yeah,
yes,
it is.
yes,
That's
for
true.
sure.
100%.
And Blink
No
182
excuses, no excuses.
I
That
got a
wasn't
great.
right.
No, you're so right.
and can
you're
we
so
just
right.
make a solid point that Blink 182 actively played as pedophiles in that movie?
They should be.
They never said how old they were.
Yo,
You know
Blink
what?
182
Anyone who's
Blink
watched the
182 were
movie
grown
and got
men.
happy outfit
I
are
got a
pedophiles.
great example for you. Yo,
Technically, you
one-
watched it, you got happy. You watched it, you got happy. Oh,
Hey, I
no.
was like,
Y'all
I
watched
was
that
like
scene? Y'all got
7
moved.
when that shit came out,
Everything
though.
moved. I guarantee you.
When I
You're
came,
just as
when that
guilty.
came
You're
out,
just
that
as
girl was
guilty.
older than me.
So yeah, I didn't watch it, boy. Did y'all enjoy that scene when you saw it?
Yes, I
In
did.
retrospect.
I did. I did.
That
No,
girl's
I'm
fine.
not-
Yeah, no, at the
No,
time.
I don't like creepy shit though. No, yeah, I even at the time though, I have had the same. I've had the same moral fucking fiber. This is what I'm saying. From I was 13, I've been the same guy. I love women the same way. I've never been creepy. But you know, I want to talk to you.
I liked
because
it.
it's so real.
When I seen it, I
It's
loved
so
that shit. I was
real.
like,
I'm
yo,
gonna
this
add
girl's
to it.
fly.
I have two things I want
But
to
I
say.
was
What
9
What you
years
gotta
old.
say is it's so important because you're right. We can't be looking back at history with these revisionist lenses, putting modern morality on things of the past. It doesn't make sense because you could go. Everybody would be changing history forever,
Yeah, absolutely.
for sure. And it doesn't make sense, even though it's interesting to look back and be like, oh, something that we thought was cool is actually kind of fucked up and wrong. And there's a powerful example that I want to bring up more because it's something that very few people ever think about. In the fucking first movie, Back to the Future. Yo,
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Biff.
Yes.
Biff was literally about
Yeah,
to rape.
rape
It was
Marty's
almost
mom.
a rape. It was
Which
almost a rape scene. of
explains
Marty's
why
mom. Yeah.
Marty's dad was so fucked up in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, totally.
Because Biff had totally raped his mom, and he was psychologically still afraid and was completely. They were both. If you look at the parents at the beginning of the movie, they were both like completely just out of it. They had no control of their life, and they're like, whatever. But when you look at them when they came back, they completely owned their life. Biff didn't do that. He stepped up to the plate and was like, no, you're not going to do that. And
Wait a minute. So there's an underlying tone of Back to the Future
Yo,
that the main
in-
parents are fucked up because the kid raped them?
No, because Biff.
The bully,
I've never seen it.
The bully almost raped Lorraine. Literally.
I've never seen it.
Marty McFly's mom
I have
almost
not
gets
seen this
raped.
movie.
Like, yeah, I don't know. Like the original Back to the
But
Future.
not only just that.
And you're like, the way they play movies is just like, oh, good guy versus bad guy, whatever they over. But it's like the woman almost gets raped in it.
But hold on.
It's not some,
But here's
like,
the other
romantic
thing, though.
thing.
But
It's like,
here's
yo,
another
what the
mindfuck
fuck?
for you, though. Marty's dad was a pervert. He was sitting there as a peeping Tom
Okay,
in
what
that
old man
tree.
wasn't a pervert?
He was in that tree with the binoculars staring
Yeah,
at
and exactly, and
Marty's
that's
mom
the
getting
thing,
dressed.
though. But that's the thing. That's weird, and this is. I'm gonna drop my huge jewel. My whole life is a dedication to more evolved, healthy sexuality because there's been sexual things that they've called romantic or cute that have been creepy or weird for history, from time, for literally centuries or a long time. So it's just like. Every romantic situation, every movie, fucking most love songs are hella fucking. It's like psychological addiction. I can't live without you.
No.
I have
You're
you're fucking addicted to that person.
And
That's
it's coming
not
up on that
healthy.
season. It's coming up on the
That's
season
not
Christmas
healthy.
song. That Baby It's Cold Outside song.
That shit is so creepy.
That song is so,
That's so wrong.
creepy, and we're about to
That's so-
hear it 1,000 times in a row coming up. 'cause
that shit
Christmas
is
coming.
mad
Do you
wrong.
remember the songs that we were listening? Not you guys specifically, but young girls. When I was like a teenager, the songs that
Barbie
came out.
Girl and shit?
No, dude, those songs were sick. You
Yeah.
remember?
Oh,
Before
yeah.
Four? Those
Yeah.
three guys. If you get down on me, I'll get down
Right,
on
yeah.
you. I'll do anything.
Even
that you
Genie in a
want me
Bottle,
to.
right?
Like, bro, these are songs that little girls are listening to, and you don't understand.
Hit
how
Me,
crazy,
Baby,
like,
one more
Hit Me,
time.
Yeah, like this is
Well,
sick.
so
It's so
Hammer.
There's the South Park
Right?
episode.
I don't think she's talking Mama said knock you
There's
out.
the
Stop.
South Park episode.
Hello, good. I teach my kid that.
There's the
Hey.
There's the South Park episode where they have the Jonas Brothers, and all the girls are sitting there like going crazy at the Jonas Brothers concert. And apparently they wrote that episode after one of the actual female writers they have took her daughter to the Jonas Brothers concert, and they were actually spraying this foam stuff out. And the daughter like looked at her mom and said, "Mommy, my minji's tingling." And her daughter was like 5. Her minji. Her minji.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's a minji.
Whoa!
What's a minji?
So
What do you think?
Yo,
Yeah, what do you? Oh,
Nick Jonas.
what do you?
Nick Jonas needs to go
so
live on some remote island.
What do you
somewhere.
think a
Jonas
Minji
Brothers
is,
songs.
Mystique? Take a wild
If you
guess.
watch that South
Nick
Park
Jonas
episode,
the fuck out of here.
if you watch
Holy
that South
shit.
Park episode, you know what I'm saying, there's some truth to it. Like, it was written after, like, their, little girls were really feeling, like, sexually whatever after watching Jonas Brothers and some of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
What the
Absolutely
fuck?
written for that
Holy
stuff, but-
shit balls.
I'm going further back, like Backstreet Boy, NSYNC,
Even
and
that too.
Yeah, even them.
Yeah.
Oh, Christina Aguilera, Genie in a Bottle?
I'll put it like this.
Yeah.
Dirty was my coming to age.
Dirty. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm so happy you
How old
admitted
was
that.
she
That
back
takes a
then?
big man to admit that.
Oh man, Nuff Nuts got waxed.
Yo,
The Dirty music
Christina
video.
Aguilera, hell yeah, man.
Oh man.
Christina Aggie, mwah, I love you, girl.
Oh, I was like,
love you.
I was-
No, how old was she at the time?
oh, she was older than me.
How old was she at the time?
I don't fucking
Like
know.
18,
No,
17, 18.
Gotta be
Yo,
17.
but-
This
she
is
was
Mickey
young.
Mouse Club nonsense.
Nah, Dirty?
No,
I'm saying
If
19.
you're
Dirty, she
17
was like in
and
her
she's
20s.
17, there ain't nothing
No,
illegal
Dirty,
about
Dirty,
that.
Dirty.
But
asking
I'm
about
saying-
him. I'm asking about the rest of us.
Oh.
No,
but I'm pretty sure.
Just give it a 100.
I'm not giving away my
You
age,
gotta
thank
keep it
you.
100.
I'm around the
Yo,
same
man,
age.
I
as
don't.
her, so
Yo,
I'm around the same age as
let me
Christina Aguilera.
let me be
I'm
super
pretty sure
real
she was
with
like
you.
19 at the time.
Let me be super real and bring it back to porn. There's been this beautiful young girl
Hey.
in porn. Yo, there's this beautiful. This is how real that we can be, and this is how real it should be. There's this beautiful young girl who is like 16 years old who was interested in being a porn model on Max Models, the agency that I'm on, and she was like, yo, I'm 16, I'm interested in porn, whatever. We all, young people like porn or whatever. But she just knew what she was into, and it was like, I want to be porn. And the guy was like, my president was like, that's very nice, but this is legal. You cannot legally be a porn star until you turn of age.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'll see you in a couple years.
Yeah.
She waited 2 years. Came as soon as she turned 18.
Wow.
It's like legally, I still want to do this. 2 years later, I'm of age. I'm of sound mind and body. Here's 2 pieces of ID. I'm ready to be a professional sexual sex worker. So there are people out there who are actually have that clarity. And I've done scenes, and this is where this can be controversial. Everyone has their own life, and I don't care what you do as long as you're good to the people you put your dick or pussy in or on. Me, I have lovers in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. So when people are like, oh, it's not good to be with little girls that are 20, 21, I'm like, no, it's not good to exploit younger women, but it's also not good to exploit older people. If you're sexually into exploiting people and manipulating them mentally or sexually, nah, that ain't cool. But I'm 41. I've been with some of my best scenes ever. I've been with girls. I'm 41. But
Make
I've
some
been with
noise for fucking Mind Bender not
yeah.
aging.
But I've been with some girls that are 19. I've been with some girls that are 19 and 20, and so people are like, oh, that's too young. And I'm like, that may be too young for you if you want to marry and settle down with a girl and have a very traditional life.
Yeah.
If you have a girl that's 20 years younger, that's probably not the case. But me, I'm sharing love and sexuality, and we're both making a porn scene. We're doing work together professionally. And as long as she's 2 pieces of ID, not on coke, not drunk, just sober and clear, and we're both young.
You're not allowed to do sex work if you're on coke or if you're drunk.
No. You're
They
just
have to
we
sign-
can't
No,
manipulate.
that's just his personal morals.
No, you just can't manipulate people into it. So I'm just saying.
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah.
But do you have
No,
to
but
be
no,
sober
when-
to do a scene? Like, is that
No,
allowed?
I'm not gonna like when we're on set. Some people will be like, well, I want a glass of
You
wine.
just
or
prefer
whatever,
them to
this,
be
that.
somewhat sober
But yeah,
yourself.
me, I like to be as sober as possible because I love to have these memories. I have a brain, a hard drive full of beautiful sexual fucking orgies and threesomes and so much pussy eating. It's great. All my lovers, I love you. But no, seriously, it's just about like the age and it's the maturity that really matters. Because I've seen so many 30 and 40-year-olds that act like they're fucking still treating people like they're in high school and they have shitty relationships and they manipulate people or use Rohypnol and fucking if you're 35 or 40 years old, who cares if you're drugging girls' drinks and doing shit like that and fucking bailing out, like that ain't cool. Even if
Yeah.
you're doing it to other 35-year-olds, that doesn't justify it.
No
Fuck
matter
you.
what your age is, you should never be putting any type of Rohypnol in any
Ever.
woman's drink, any guy's drink. That shit's whack as fuck. Like,
Unless she asked for it.
yeah, unless
I'm
she
saying
asked
out.
for it, which is
I'm playing.
really kind of weird.
Make
but
some noise for
some ladies
asking
might
for
be
it.
into that shit, so shout them out, man.
It's not clap at all. That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's a horrible thing.
Hey, there's some freaks out there, man. They might be into, getting roofied, so they could drop to the floor
I've
real
never done
quick.
any
But
drugs in
Oh,
my entire
man.
life.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, MLNY, Maloney, Breaking Records Radio. You know what it is. I'm just here to tell you guys right now that you want to, if any of my smokers out there, basically, any of my Canadian smokers, now that it's legal, what you got to do is you got to head over to thccollection.com and check them out. And make sure you use the promo code HIPHOP. That's HIPHOP, and that's all capital letters. Save 10% on every purchase that you make. Anytime. They got everything. They got deals every single day of the week, which include like free whatever with whatever you buy. And my favorite is Tulip Tuesday. You can get $100 ounces, and that's only on Tuesdays. And you save 10% on every purchase with the promo code HIPHOP, all caps. That's HIPHOP. So make sure you go over there, check them out. That's thccollection.com for all your good medible needs, for all your good greenery, your extracts, and all that good stuff.